I honestly don't understand what Blake and Ryan are still doing at this point. They're out there trying to save face, but they're only wasting money and resources and drowning it even further.
Here's how it works. Ryan Reynolds filed a motion to dismiss, basically saying, Judge, I don't think I should be in this case. Now get over here. We think you should be in it. You called our client a predator, X, Y, and Z.
Is that we don't get to use Ryan Reynolds' wild imagination because there's apparently footage. High quality film.
Ryan Reynolds now seems to be losing control inside the courtroom, while Blake Lively continues to face growing public criticism. Together, they behave like performers putting on a show, throwing emotional outbursts, making shady deals, and creating fake storylines, all while hoping people won't notice just how deeply caught up they are in deception and falsehoods.
She now feels like her entire life has been turned upside down. Yeah, and it's your fault.
But no, the internet doesn't forget easily. People remember their long list of scandals, and there's a real chance Ryan could drag Blake down with him as everything unravels. Now,
poor Blake. It must be so tough out there. Look at this forlorn. God, her outfits are the worst.
When those photos hit the internet, people reacted fast, metaphorically throwing tomatoes in every direction. Instead of sympathy, many asked, did she seriously stage this photo moment just to look upset and portray herself as miserable?
She's really struggling here. She's really struggling in these two frames when everyone else is laughing around her, and clearly she is too.
After all the controversy surrounding her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, it wouldn't surprise anyone if her PR team's brilliant plan was simply, let's park her next to a horse and hope people forget she's suing a guy over the smallest details. But instead of helping, it made her look like the star of the most expensive, most dramatic, low-effort pity performance ever put together.
No, she's really struggling. You know, the relatable Blake Lively is so forlorn and struggling at a horse farm.
The bigger problem is that this isn't just uncomfortable. It's wiping out the last bit of credibility Blake had left. Every forced smile, every sad hoodie moment, every time she pretends to forget the cameras are there, only makes people roll their eyes harder.
Daughter competes in equestrian acts. You know, most people can afford to do that, right? To head off to horse farms for their daughters to compete in equestrian.
Even if she truly is under pressure, that's just tough luck. No one is buying it anymore. In Hollywood, once people think you're pretending to fall apart, your image is finished. Blake isn't gaining sympathy. She's becoming a full-blown internet meme.
Articles trying to paint it as how difficult it is. Blake is striving for normalcy in her life, but the past few weeks have been incredibly challenging.
Instead of climbing out of the hole she dug herself into, Blake grabbed a bigger shovel and decided to dig even deeper. That horse show appearance only reminded everyone she's not some helpless victim. She's another wealthy brand trying desperately to seem relatable, and failing so badly that it's almost impressive.
She now feels like her entire life has been turned upside down. Yeah, and it's your fault. You could have just moved on with your life and not sued Justin. You could have celebrated the win of that movie and just let it be an awkward moment in your time and later move on and figure out a way to actually help your people.
Once the public labels you as fake, even real tears look like bad acting. Blake's entire comeback plan feels like next-level self-sabotage. Critics have dropped all politeness, calling it one of the biggest PR disasters of the year. And honestly, that might be generous. Everything she's done since filing the lawsuit has somehow made things even worse.
You've tripled, quadrupled. What's the one past quadrupled? Quintupled? I don't know. You've done it so much, 9-tupled, 10-tupled yourself into the worst spot you could.
She's out here moving like she's surrounded by advisors who secretly can't stand her. Sad horse photo shoots, painfully awkward interviews, obviously planted stories. It's basically a step-by-step lesson in how to destroy your public image one mistake at a time.
I don't understand why she isn't figuring out how to stop the bleeding.
And Ryan is unraveling because he never signed up for this circus. For more than 10 years, he maintained one of Hollywood's cleanest reputations. Charming, funny, and practically untouchable. But now, that golden boy image is cracking fast. It all started when Reynolds got pulled into Blake Lively's legal clash with Justin Baldoni by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong people. And sure, we've all slipped up in interviews or conversations before, but still. According to court documents, Reynolds allegedly referred to Baldoni as a predator while speaking with agents at WME, one of Hollywood's biggest talent agencies. This wasn't some casual comment made in passing. It was a serious statement delivered in a professional setting.
These people, all of them, just want this to be over. At a certain point, when this lawsuit when they get so heavy and you're in so the weeds, there is a point where you do just want to just wave the white flag and both parties agree, we're done. We're going to move on. Let each party do what they.
These weren't minor players. They were powerful figures at the very top of the entertainment industry. Within just weeks, Justin Baldoni was dropped by WME, and the career momentum he had built after the massive $250 million success of It Ends With Us suddenly took a brutal hit. In response, Ryan Reynolds filed a motion to dismiss on February 29, 2025, arguing that he should not be involved in the lawsuit at all.
After the disastrous events, she's trying to pretend like there's nothing wrong. Clearly there is, but I don't see much damages because you're able to live your life the same way. Doesn't seem like you're losing much opportunity.
His main argument is that he was simply expressing a personal opinion. But in defamation cases, especially when someone's career and reputation are on the line, that excuse carries far less legal protection than he seems to believe.
Your business that you claim failed, nothing failed, Blake, and anything that did fail was due to your own actions. That is the reality. That is just clearer and clearer as more evidence piles up and time. That's what's happening.
Calling someone a predator, especially without solid legal evidence or any criminal conviction, crosses a serious line. This isn't harmless gossip. It's a severe accusation, and it landed hard enough to cause real, measurable damage to Baldoni's professional life.
Incredibly frustrating to read.
For Reynolds, the risk goes far beyond attorney fees or courtroom appearances. He's gambling with something much bigger, his public reputation. This is the same Ryan Reynolds that Forbes named one of the highest paid actors in the world in 2020. The same star behind blockbuster hits like Deadpool and Free Guy.
Fair party's opposition confirms the central thesis of Mr. Ryan's motion to dismiss. The FAC is meritless list of grievances and hurt feelings designed to retaliate against Blake Lively for raising SH or retaliation.
Reynolds isn't just seen as an actor. He is a full-scale brand. Companies like Aviation Gin and Mint Mobile partnered with him not because he was controversial, but because he was dependable and safe. Watching him scramble to defend himself now feels like witnessing a brand collapse in real time.
As if you haven't done that yourself in your own past interviews and everything else, but I digress.
For someone known for being relaxed, sarcastic, and effortlessly confident, Reynolds' recent legal moves show clear signs of panic. Court sources told Deadline on March 12, 2025, that his legal team is aggressively working to keep him out of depositions.
Feels something much worse than the FAC's failure to state valid claims against Mr. Reynolds. Stunningly, it confirms that only 3 of the Wayfair parties, Mr. Baldoni, Mr. Heath, Wayfair, have articulated any legal claim against Mr. Reynolds.
They appear deeply concerned about what might come out if agents or other third parties are forced to testify under oath. Reynolds isn't acting like someone who feels secure in his innocence. He's behaving like someone desperate to escape before the entire situation completely falls apart.
Claim, well, my comment was to Justin, if we're going to hear that, and that doesn't affect everybody else. As if calling Justin an actual predator doesn't affect all of Wayfair is beyond me, because it does. But as I talked to Christopher Melcher, he agrees it's silly, but there very likely could be a request from the judge to just amend the amendment.
That panic becomes even clearer when you look at the unusual arguments his lawyers are making. One of the most uncomfortable moments came when Reynolds' legal team insisted there is a meaningful legal difference between calling someone a predator and calling them a sexual predator. An argument outlined in his March 7, 2025 court filing in the New York County Supreme Court.